We've defeated all 7 Koopalings. We've rescued all of Yoshi's friends. We've played through every single level and taken every single exit. All that remains is a showdown with Bowser in his big, bad castle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the grand finale of Super Mario World. Let's waltz straight in and make his castle my castle. Bowser's castle is going to test you on everything you've encountered thus far. There are 2 halls like this one, each with a set of 4 doors. As you can see, I'm in the first hall with doors 1 through 4. In the interest of fairness, I'm going to showcase every single door, starting with numbers 1 and 5. Here we go. And right off the bat, it's challenging because I gotta go through a room full of fireballs and crushing things. And as you can see, I'm already off to a pretty lousy start as I have already lost my cape. But luckily for us, these exclamation blocks are saving my ass. And there's the door. And we made it. Number 5 is pretty difficult too if you're not fast. What you have to do is you have to run past these skewers and thwomps. If you're a touch too slow, you will get crushed. Especially considering these skewers are instant kill if they catch you right below. But I made it. That was lucky, sloppy, but it's all good. And in this room, it's the dark hallway leading up to the final battle. And thanks to the magic of Virtual Console, I'm going to cut right here, and when I come back, I'll be back in the main room, and you will see me go through rooms 2 and 6. See you in a sec. Alright, let's see what's behind door number 2. It's a fence climbing section. And it's probably the easiest one of the entire bunch. Just avoid the fireballs, and since the Koopa Troopas are on the other side of the fence, they can't hurt you. Pretty simple, but room 6 will give you a bit more of a challenge. It's a swimming section, something of a throwback to the Vanilla Fortress. You gotta be very careful when you swim because if you're not careful and you touch the side of spikes, you'll get hurt. And of course, what's a swimming section without fish bones? And of course, to get these back and forth moving spikes, so you gotta time your swimming very, very... Shit! Gimme! Damn it! Thankfully, I can actually jump on enemies underwater unlike other Mario games. Okay, so now I'm gonna be extra careful. One wrong step, and I am shish kebab. Oh, how did I avoid that? I don't know, but I'll take it. That's room number 6. I'll see you at the start of room number 3. Okay, room number 3 is good to go. This one's actually kind of fun, and introduces us to a new enemy, the Mecha Koopa. Your objective this time is to make your way through this maze of curtains. If you take the right path, you'll make your way through. But there are also hidden items, like the one-up I just picked up. At the same time, you gotta watch out for the Mecha Koopas. You can't kill them by jumping on them, so pick them up and crash them into other ones. And even though you might come across a curtain that looks solid, it'll probably be a trap, and it'll take you through. But it's an easy enough maze, and we are done. But first, get out of here! Now, on to room number 7. This one can actually be kind of tricky, but in all honesty, it's fairly easy. It's a hall of statues that breathe fire. But rather than just having fire-breathing statues, we now have gold statues that actually jump at you. Whoa! And don't shoot the gun too early like I did there. Be patient, and be vigilant. Alright, one more, and... Yep, that's it. Room number 7 is all done. I will see you at the beginning of room 4. Alright, into room number 4 we go. This one is a bottomless pit of sorts. You gotta avoid these Sparkies and eventually hotheads. And of course, if you don't have a cape, it could be a little more on the difficult side. But it's nothing too troublesome, so... Yeah, and it's pretty short too, so room 4 is done. And now onto the final test room, number 8. Another easy one, if I do say so myself. In this one, you have to take on not only a single Charging Chuck, but the entire football team. But these guys are so pathetic, especially if you have a cape. I swear to God, these guys ought to go back to Cleveland. They got a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than that crop of clowns that are currently on the Browns. Hey! Actually, speaking of the Browns, one of my coworkers, Bonnie, at the factory, she is a rabid Browns fan. I keep bugging her to get Patriots gear because fuck knows the Browns aren't going to win the Super Bowl anytime soon. And Deflategate or no, the Patriots will always be my favorite team. Anyway, long story short, that's it. Room 8 is done, you've seen all the test rooms, and now it's time to make our way to Bowser. Now, like I said earlier, this room is totally dark, but you can light it up by hitting this. Oh, look at that. Bowser's employed the help of ninjas from Wart's army. But these guys are absolute chumps. Whack him with the Mecha Koopa, take the Mecha Koopa along, keep kicking him into enemies, and throw him into the melting pot. Oh yeah, before we get onto the final battle, oh and look at there's the door. If you go in through the back door, this is the room you start in. And at the same time, there will be a checkpoint here. But it's not like we need it because the final battle, it's all or nothing. And it's pretty easy too. Okay, Bowser. Knock knock, I'm coming for you. We are on the castle rooftop. The storm still rages. Down comes the diabolical clown car in its Mario debut. Here's Bowser! To start the fight, he just swoops down low. Granted, he can't touch you, but you gotta be very patient. When he stops, he's about to give you your ammunition. So grab the Mecha Koopas and fling him up. You can hit him in the nose, you can hit him in the head, you can hit him in the shell. 2 hits, and he will retreat. I remember seeing the commercial with the clown car doing this, and I thought it was so cool at the time. And he comes at you with a new attack. Fireballs that drop from the sky. Be patient, watch your step, know where to go, and the princess will also drop you a spare mushroom. This time, Bowser will not swoop down. He'll stay hovering up in the air, but he's going to come at you with a new attack after a little bit of time. He'll turn upside down and drop a big steely at you. You can't jump on it, but you can bounce off it with a spin jump. Eventually, he's going to start dropping more ammunition for you. So be patient, have good aim, and he's as good as yours. Alright, let's do this. That's 3. Shit. Ugh! He blocked it. Oh, there goes my sharpshooter achievement. So I gotta dodge another 2 blue steelies. Big steelies. I keep saying steel, I'm gonna want to listen to some Steely Dan. Come on, what do you got? Give me my ammunition, bitch. This may be your castle, but I'm gonna make it my castle. Alright, that's in the nose. That's 4 hits, and Bowser's gonna retreat again. Get the trash out of here, too. One more round of fireballs to dodge, and then we're on to... Whoa! After these fireballs are gone, it's on to the final phase of the battle. And yes, I will gladly take that extra mushroom. But this time, Bowser's upset, and he's gonna try and crush you with the clown car. But it's easy enough to avoid, so... just be on top of your game, and you'll be fine. 2 more Mecha Koopas to use as ammunition. Party's over, Bowser! Get out of my house! Gimme! And off he goes into the distance. Princess Toadstool has been rescued, and Mario gets the hero's kiss. As we knew he would. Mario's adventure is over. Mario, the princess, Yoshi, and his friends are going to take a vacation. Lord knows I could use a vacation. I've been working way too hard for my own damn good. Over my entire life. In fact, I might even say, I haven't had a proper vacation in like some 7 years. I mean, granted, I have had vacation time from previous jobs, but it's not like I did anything stellar. But more to the point, we get fireworks at the end of the game. I think this is a first on any of the games I've played on Channel 84. But with victory in hand, Mario saddles up the gang, and we're heading out of the Valley of Bowser and back to Yoshi's Island. And thus, the video game is over and done with. So what can I say? Super Mario World, one of my absolute favorite games of all time. It was the first Super Nintendo game I ever played, and it came with my first Super Nintendo. In fact, I got a bit of a funny story. When I first got my Super Nintendo, I couldn't play it because that very night, my family went over to my grandmother's place and we had Panago pizza. It tasted good, but oh, it did not like me back. After like 2 pieces, I started to feel sick. And then I was bedridden for like a week. I wanted to play so badly. My brother and sister made a pretty fast recovery from the pizza, but I was just so badly sick. In fact, the first night I got sick, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, it was like 5:30 in the evening the next day, and I couldn't even figure out what the hell had happened. But the day I finally played this game for the first time, I was so fucking happy. The controls were great, the colors were awesome, the new characters were a plus, and it was all sorts of fun. And the day I landed the final blow on Bowser for the very first time, magical. I mean, not as magical as losing virginity, mind you, but still, pretty damn good. Oh, it looks like we've arrived back at Yoshi's Island. So let's get our friends back to Yoshi's house and bust them out of their eggs. Ah, but it looks like the other Yoshis have decorated the place for a party. Well, what better reason to celebrate than the freeing of our little dinosaur buddies? Now let's break out the beer and have a celebration! Alright, and as one final bit of the game, we get a roll call of some of the enemies we have faced. And we will see the different enemies as a result of the Special Zone completion. And upon further research, I discovered that only 3 enemies changed. The Jumpin' Piranha Plant, changing into the pumpkin, is one of them. The other one being Bullet Bill, which changes into the Pidget Bill. That one was kind of weird for me at first, but it's all good. And of course in this game, the introduction of Bonsai Bill made a huge impact in the world of Super Mario Bros. Bonsai Bill has been a great staple, and I love that enemy. Especially when it gets the cattail in the Super Mario 3D World. Ah, and our final change, the Mask Koopas, in their weird little Mario masks. So as the enemy roll call goes on, we're not entirely done this Let's Play just yet. We've got one final thing to cover. As I promised long ago at the beginning of the LP, I will be going over the locations of the 3-up moons that I missed along the way. So, stay tuned for that. But all in all, this has been a great project. Thank you each and every one of you for watching, and I'm so glad I did this one for you. And as for what's in the future, who knows? Like I always say, stay tuned. So until then, this is Jeremy Prouty from Channel 84 Winnipeg, signing off. Thanks for watching the grand finale, and I'll see you in the bonus video. Take care, guys.